Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Hello learners, welcome to your lesson of practical geometry. Let us move forward. We have learned about introduction to the practical geometry. We learned about the tools to do the construction. We learned about to draw the circle using these tools of construction. Then we also learned how to draw the line segments, and we also learned how to draw the copy of these line segments. The only thing that we will cover in this lesson is perpendicular lines that we can draw. Okay, so we know how to draw the lines, we know how to draw these line segments in fact, right? So let us see, when we have got these lines, let us see how we can draw the perpendicular to these lines. Okay, so starting with what we can understand about perpendiculars is that if two lines intersect in such a way that they make a right angle at a point of intersection, then we call them perpendicular lines. So if you see two lines, they're crossing each other at one point, right? So at one point we see these two lines crossing. So this point of intersection, this point where they meet is called the point of intersection. If at this point you see a 90-degree angle, so this small box, this square, it shows 90-degree angle, then we say that these two lines, they are perpendicular to each other. Okay, so the lines are perpendicular. Let us learn how we can draw these kind of perpendicular lines using the tools of construction. So perpendicular to a line, if a point is given on it, okay, so here you can see we have got a line. Okay, we have got this line L and we have got a point on this line L. This is very important. So the challenge we have here is to draw a perpendicular using ruler and a set square. Okay, we are going to use ruler and the set squares. If you open up your geometry box, you have those two triangles kept in your geometry box. I hope you remember. One of the triangle has got 45, 45 and 90 degrees measure, and the other one, which is looking a bit longer than the other, it is of 30 degrees, 60 degrees and 90 degrees measure, right? So we are going to use these set squares to do this activity. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is you need to draw a straight line and then you need to mark a point P on it. Make sure that this point P is on the line. Okay, now what you need to do, we are going to place a ruler with one of its edge along the line L. Okay, so here you have this line L. Just under this line L, you keep this ruler of yours. Okay, so what you have in the image, exactly like this, you have the line L where you have marked the point P. Keep the ruler under this particular line L. Now the next step is, make sure you hold this ruler firmly. Okay, make sure that you hold this ruler firmly. It should not move. Now what you do, place a set square. Any of the two set square you can take, because both these set squares have got a 90-degree angle. Okay, so when you take any of the set square with one of its edge, as you can see in this image, it should be aligned with the edge of the ruler such that the right angle of the corner is in contact with the ruler. Here you can see this is the 90-degree angle on our set square, right? So here on this line L, first of all you placed this ruler that you can see. Then on top of this ruler you have kept your set square. Make sure that this 90-degree angle, it should be aligned with the ruler. Clear? Now it's really simple what you're going to do next. You just simply have to slide the set square along the edge of the ruler until you reach this point P where you have this 90-degree on the set square. Okay, so first of all you kept this set square anywhere on this line, then you hold this ruler there itself where you have placed and you just slide your set square until which point? Till the set square, this corner, it touches the point P. Clear? Now the next step is really simple. What you need to do, you need to draw a line here. Okay, you need to draw a straight line over here where you have the edge of this set square. So like this, you hold the set square firmly in its position and draw PQ along the edge of the set square. And this is how, if you remove the ruler and the set square apart, this is how you're going to see the image. That is a line L, and on this line L, you have just drawn a perpendicular PQ, or you can say QP. And how do you write it? You write L is perpendicular to PQ, or you can write, it's not this line segment, it's just PQ. If you want, you can just extend this, right? So, or you can write this, that PQ is perpendicular to the line L. Both ways it is correct, because here all the four angles that we can see, they are all 90 degrees in measure. Clear? So let's quickly see what we did. First of all, we made a straight line L. We marked a point anywhere on this line. Then we kept the ruler under it, and on top of it we placed this set square. Now holding the ruler firmly, we slide the set square till we reach this point P, and we see this particular 90-degree angle. It's being joined to this point P like this. Is that right? So now what you see here, you can clearly see that the edge where you have this 90-degree angle, it is here with this point P. What you do now, you just hold this set square this time and you draw a straight line here. Okay, so this is the kind of image that you will observe, that is QP or PQ is perpendicular to L. That means it is making the angle of 90 degrees with the line L. Okay. Now let us see another method where you are going to use the ruler and the compasses. So the use of set square, it was really simple, right? Now what comes is the compass. It is not very easy, but it's very interesting to learn how you can draw these perpendiculars using compass. So get ready with the compass, ruler, pencil attached, make sure it's sharp. Okay, let's do this. It says, as is the preferred practice in geometry, the dropping of the perpendicular can be achieved through the ruler compasses construction, as we are just going to read now. The step 1 says, given a point P on the line. So I hope you remember what we are learning now is that when we have got a line and we have got a point on the line, okay, and under this category, first thing that we have learned to make this perpendicular line using the ruler and set square. Now we are learning, in order to draw this particular perpendicular line, we are going to use the ruler and the compasses. Okay, so what we do now is, we will take a compass, okay, and on this compass you can choose any convenient radius. So just open up your compass and you can open up with any convenient radius, okay, no fixed length, any length you can open it with. So with P as the center, here you can see you have marked this point P on the line. You keep the pointer on this particular point P, and with any opening of your compass, you are going to put the pointer at this point P and you are going to draw a big arc. Okay, you are going to construct a very big arc. Make sure it's that much big that it intersects line L at point A and point B. It should be that big. Okay, so I hope you have done this. First of all, on the line L, we mark a point P. Then any convenient radius we take for the compass, we keep the pointer at point P and then we make a big arc. Okay, and this arc should be that much big that this particular arc intersect the line L at point A and point B. Simple. I hope you have done this till here. Now what you need to do? Now, no, you don't need to take two compasses. It's just the drawing. what you are going to do is, with A and B as the centers and the radius greater than AP, you need to construct two arcs which cut each other at point Q. Okay, let's see this again. First of all, when you have taken a straight line L, you mark the point P on it, right? Then with any convenient radius, you have made an arc here which intersects at point A and point B. Now what you do, you open up the you open your compass, and the opening should be anywhere which is greater than AP. So the opening of the compass should be greater than AP, but it needs to be anywhere less than B. So it will be more need to draw such kind of figures. Okay, so make sure that you open the compass which is greater than AP. Okay, this is very important. First of all, you take any opening of the compass, make a big arc, then it intersects the line at A and B. Now you open the compass with the measure greater than AP. Now keeping the pointer at A here, you mark an arc anywhere in this particular, that is the exterior of the line. Okay, you mark a point, then keep the pointer at B and cut this previously drawn arc. Simple. Now what you got is a point Q, that is the point of intersection of these two arcs. What you do now is simply join these two arcs where they are intersecting at point Q to the point P, and this is the kind of image that you will observe. Clear? Shall we just recap what we did? First of all, we drew a straight line L. Then on this line we mark a point P. Then with any convenient radius we make this kind of an arc, a big arc. We name it say AB or XY, anything. Then we take the opening of the compass bigger than A and P, and keeping the pointer at A we mark an arc here, and keeping the pointer at B we mark an arc here that it needs to cut the previously drawn arc. Let's name this as point Q, and then we simply join Q and P together, and we will observe that P and Q, they are forming a bisector, they are forming 90-degree angle with this line particularly given as line L. I hope this is clear. So when we join PQ, PQ is perpendicular to L, and how do we write it? We write it as PQ perpendicular to line L. This inverted T is the sign of perpendicular. Okay. Now, so far what we have learned is that when we were given a point on the line, now we are going to learn what will happen if we are not given the point on the line. It is anywhere which is outside the exterior of this line. Okay, so now the point is not on it. Okay, it can be anywhere but not on the line. Clear? So the method is, first of all, that we learn about is to use the ruler and the set square. Okay, so we just learned earlier that how we draw the perpendicular to a line when we have a point on the line. Now we are learning when we have got the point not on it. Okay, so first of all, when we were learning about on the line, we learned about two methods. One using the ruler and the set square. Then we use the ruler and the compasses. Similarly, we are going to do here. We are going to first learn the method using the ruler and the set square. Okay, so the first step is, let L be the given line and P is any point outside the L. Okay, so L is the given line. It can be of any length, and you can draw P anywhere. It's not important that it should be above this line L. It can be here. It can be here. Anywhere you can draw this point P. Clear? Now, what it is given in this step 2, it says, place the set square on the line L such that one arm of its right angle aligns along line L. I hope you remember this is the similar kind of step. So this particular angle which is making 90 degrees here it should be aligned with this line L. This is very important. Now what you do, now you place the ruler along the opposite edge of the right angle. Okay, this is very important step. I hope you remember earlier we placed the ruler first and then we kept the set square. Now what are we doing? We are first keeping the set square and then we are keeping the ruler, and now we are not keeping the ruler along where we see the 90-degree angle. No, we are placing it opposite to it. So here this particular angle is 90 degree. This is its opposite side. This is the opposite side to 90 degree. And along this particular line, we place this ruler, that is opposite to 90 degrees, we place the ruler. So if you have done this, I hope you are holding the ruler, your set square, and you are holding it correctly where you see the opposite side of the 90 degree, placing the ruler there, you hold it firmly. Now this is very important. Hold the ruler fixed. It should not move from its position. Slide the set square along the ruler till you see the point P. It touches your set square where you have got the 90-degree angle. Okay. So till the point P touches the other arm of the set square. Here you can see it touches the arm. Okay. Till there you need to slide this set square. And when you have slided the set square, it's meeting the point P. You drop a perpendicular, so you just draw this line here. Okay, and this is the kind of a line that you will observe. That is, here you see P, say M, it is where it is intersecting with the line L. So we have got PM perpendicular to the line L. Let us quickly revise this. Let us revise this, what we have just learnt about this. So the first point is, we need to make a line. We need to mark a point P anywhere outside the line. Okay, it should not be on the line. Anywhere it is allowed. Then the next step is, we place the set square along the line here. So if this is the line, you place the set square just under this line. Okay. So this is how you put this set square. Make sure that if the point P is above the line, you place the set square below it. If the point P is below the line, you place the set square above the line. Okay. Now you place the ruler along the side opposite to the right angle. So here this is the right angle. So this is the side which is opposite to right angle, right? So you place this ruler along the opposite side of the set square. Opposite side to which angle? 90-degree angle. Then you make sure that you hold the ruler fixed. So this ruler shouldn't move from its position. So you hold the ruler and you slide your set square. Until what point you need to slide? You need to slide the set square along the ruler till point P touches the other arm of the set square. Here you can see this is touching the set square over this arm, right? So when it is reached till this point, you just draw the line that you can see now in red, and when you are done, you will observe this kind of a structure, that is PM. It is, we have just marked the point P wherever you see this line, intersecting line L. Okay, so we can say PM is perpendicular to L. Clear? Now we just learned how to draw a perpendicular when we have got this particular point P not on the line, using ruler and set square. Now we are going to use the method where we have got this line L and P is not on the line, and we are going to use the ruler and the compasses. I'll just change this image. It is wrong. Here you can see the P is on the line. So this is wrong. P should not be on the line, right? So this is wrong. This point, it is marked wrong. Say P, if we have got this point P anywhere outside this line. So let's just say that this is the point P. Okay. Just don't consider this P point which was drawn earlier. This is wrong. Here it is point P. That is, we have got a line L and we have got a point P which is not on the line. Clear? Now what you do next is, you need to with this P as the center, we need to draw an arc which intersects the line L anywhere at A and B. Okay, using the same radius. So now you are going to use the same radius and with A and B as the centers. So what we do with A and B as the centers, we construct two arcs that intersect the point say Q on the other side. Okay. Now what you need to do, you simply need to join P and Q, and this is how your perpendicular will look like. Okay. So we have drawn a line PQ perpendicular to the line L. Okay, even if you think it looks tricky to do this, if you try it once or twice, I'm sure you'll see that it's really simple to draw such structures.